I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. On August 30th, 1853, died Maria Rafols, the pioneer in Spain of female apostolic religious life, founder of the Sisters of Charity of Sainte Anne, together with Father John Bonal. In the words of José Luis Martín Descalzo, Maria Rafols led a great adventure that turned many things around. She anticipated some of the most lively movements of the Church in the 20th century. She knew how to respond to all those calls from God that the mediocre despise, because she took on one of the most difficult tasks that a believer can entrust: to burn and not to shine, to walk without advancing, arduously build deep foundations and never get to see the building that will be built on them. Because the congregation she found, the Sisters of Charity of Sainte Anne, began to expand after her death. Maria Rafols was born in Spain on November 5th, 1781, to peasant parents. Little is known about her childhood, only that her father died and she, along with her mother and her 4 brothers, changed their residence several times. We know of Maria Rafols again when she was 23 years, when in 1804 she left on a trip from Barcelona to the city of Zaragoza, together with a group of 12 sisters, because Father John Bonal had gathered them in Barcelona to go to serve the sick at the hospital of Our Lady of Grace, founded by King Alfonso V in 1425. When they arrived in Zaragoza, they went directly to the church where Our Lady of the Pillar is located, and they wanted to deliver and dedicate the work they were going to do on the feet of Our Lady. The hospital of Our Lady of Grace had the motto, House of the Sick of the City and of the World, and without doubt, it was an authentic world of pain, full of sick, insane people, abandoned children, and all kinds of helpless. Upon arrival, Maria Rafols, as superior of the female brotherhood, began to clean and put the place in order. What she most insisted on to her companions was that they treated all those people with respect, affection, and dedication, because she was convinced that they were the most needy of their time. Maria Rafols stood out for being a prudent, determined, risky, and courageous woman, and at the same time discreet, with tireless charity and heroic temper. It was the time of the War of Independence, and the hospital was bombed and set on fire. Between the bullets and the ruins, Maria Rafols risked her life to save the sick. She and her companions stopped eating to feed the sick. On several occasions, she risked going to the French camp to ask help for care for the sick and wounded. She cared for the prisoners and even interceded for them. Maria Rafols and the Sisters of Charity of Sainte Anne faced the epidemics. During the war, the slightest suspicious or slanderous complaint was punishable by imprisonment, and Maria Rafols had to spend 2 months in prison and be exiled for 6 years in the Huesca hospital, despite the fact that the trial sentence declared her innocent. She lived the time and suffered with great peace and without complaining. Upon her return, she simply dedicated herself to caring for and providing for orphaned and homeless children. There she spent practically the rest of her life, wasting love, dedication, and tenderness until her death. She lived her charism of charity made hospitality to the fullness, because she knew that with God we always win.